Hello model railroad fans, welcome to Vintage Road and Rail. In today's video I thought we would take a look at a train set I got in the mail the other day. I won this off of an eBay auction. It's made by Tyco and it's a promotional train set for Arm & Hammer. But before we get into that, I'd like to go over a few things in regard to this set, and then we'll take a closer look at it, and then we'll run it around the track a few laps and try to keep this fairly short. But before I get started, I want to give a shout out to a friend of mine named Brian, who talked me through repairing this locomotive. And with that shout out, let's just go ahead and segue into some of the issues with this set. First and foremost, the seller was up front. He doesn't normally sell or deal with electric trains, so he had no way of testing it, and it didn't have the power supply. In fact, this set was complete excluding the power supply, but we'll go over the contents of that in just a moment. But sure enough, I put this on the track and it didn't work, and it was a pretty obvious issue, but I was in a hurry to try to figure it out, and in talking with Brian, he helped me see what the issue was. So let's go through each piece and I'll point out what may have been wrong with it. We'll get a closer look at it. But before we do that, this was a promotional train set that came out in the 80s. It's Arm & Hammer, so I don't know if the company that owns Arm & Hammer made this, requested Tyco make this set, or if it was some grocery chain or something along those lines. I really couldn't find out much about it, other than it was a promotional set from the 80s. So in addition to the locomotive, these three cars, and the caboose, it came with a oval of track and a bridge and trestle set, as well as the power pack. And I believe that was all that was included, and I got everything but the power pack. And really, to be honest with you, I didn't care about that, or the track for that matter. I really wanted the set, and more importantly, this car, because it's a little bit harder to find. Alright, so let's go through each piece real quick. So here, we've got what's got to be one of my favorite style locomotives, the Baldwin Sharknose. I believe they're RF-16s is what they're called. But this is in great shape. But it did have some issues, and we'll go over that in a second after we do a walk around. So this is Rock Island livery here. And we've got our headlight, and we've got the little Rock Island logo. We got our front coupler. And on this side, we have windows obviously, but there's no clear plastic in there. And the steps are all intact. And we got some molded in detail for the grills and some rivets and such. And here's our trucks. And this would be where your fuel tank is. So on the top, we've got our horns intact. Some more molded in detail. Some more grills. And this is going to be for your exhaust, I'm assuming. Unless that's for your exhaust. And on the back, we've got a door, and pretty much about it, just a little bit of extra molded in detail, and more of the same on this side. So this did not run. I put it on the track and it had no power whatsoever. Not even the light would light up. So what it turns out is, obviously for DC locomotives, you know, you complete a circuit, the power comes in one side and then goes out the other. This truck was turned around backwards to where that all four pickup wheels are on one side, so it just was not getting any power, shorting out, if you will. The other thing with this locomotive is it was missing traction tires, and it was in dire need of having the wheels clean. You can see they're pretty shiny now, if I can stay in focus. So I oiled everything up, gave the wheels a good clean, put on 2 brand new traction tires, and put the motor on the right way. And then we're going to see this puppy run here in just a few moments. Alright, so let's just skip over to the caboose. Pretty standard caboose. This is Rock Island. It's all complete. wheels, not knuckle couplers, but horn hook couplers, ladder, handrail, and the wheel, brake wheel. Looking good on this side. And we have our smokestack, so that's all included. And then we have a Union Pacific hopper car. It came with all of its wheels and horn hook couplers. And it looks to be in pretty good shape. Nothing special, but it's got some molded in detail. And I think it looks pretty good. I like it. However, it was missing the brake wheel, so I robbed that from another hopper car. Not that it had to come from a hopper car, that's just what I had handy. And then we have a 50-foot plug door box car. This is Burlington Northern. And it came complete. Looks like there's a little spider web something on there. I didn't notice that. But we got our wheels, we got our horn hooks, all complete. And it did have its brake wheel. A little bit of light scuffing right here, but for the most part in pretty good shape. And this is the piece that made me buy this set in the first place. I could have either spent $40 for this car on eBay all by itself, or spend $45 and get the whole set. So that was a pretty easy decision. Alright, so this is a 50-foot plug door box car, just like the Burlington, only it has Arm & Hammer colors and has the Arm & Hammer logo for their baking soda. And then we have 3 boxes of the Arm & Hammer baking soda. And we've got some nice molded in detail, but if you've seen a Tyco 50-foot plug door box car, you know what to expect. Everything looks good here. And it had its brake wheel, but it was not without its problems. One, as you can see right here, it's got a little bit of scuffing, but that's okay. But it was missing this wheel and this coupler. So I dug into my parts box and replaced those. Alright, so I'll tell you what, that's just a quick walk around for this. So let me stop the video and let's go ahead and get this on the track and see how she runs. But I can already tell you it runs, so that's not going to be a surprise there. So one moment and I'll be right back. Alright, we're all set up on the track here. So we'll start at the back. We got our Rock Island caboose, our Burlington Northern 50-foot box car, our UP 40-foot hopper, and let me kind of get around here. We got our 50-foot Arm & Hammer box car, and to pull this train we got our Rock Island Sharknose locomotive. So let's go ahead and see how she runs. You can see the light works and she's running pretty smooth. Seems to slow down a little bit on this side of the track versus over here, but I'm wondering if that has something to do with needing to clean my track. I've not cleaned it in ages, but you can see it's got a really good slow speed. You can see it slowing down just a little bit there, but she'll keep on coming around. So let's go a little faster. It should be going a bit faster than that, but there she's picking up. Okay. That was not what I had in mind. Alright. She just kind of zoomed into action there. Alright, so let's step back here and hope she don't fly off the track at this speed. This is our Sharknose locomotive, pulling the Promotional Arm & Hammer train set by Tyco. Let's slow her back down just a bit, and then let's kind of get in closer. Very beautiful set, if I say so. Alright, so let's just let her go around the track here a little bit. Come on, let's get in focus. There we go. Alright, well, while this train set's going around the track, I recently hit 500 subscribers. Certainly want to thank everyone who has joined me and subscribed to my channel. But one of the things that did is it opened up on my channel a community tab where I can post information, maybe do a poll or something like that. And we're slowing back down. So check out that community tab. I've got a poll up right now as to which train set you may want to see next. So check that out and cast your vote, and that will be the next train set I do later in the month. Alright, well, this is our Arm & Hammer train set. If you enjoyed seeing this video, make sure and hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and until next time, happy model railroading, guys. Take care.